Hello everybody, welcome back. We are doing a vacation home today for Eric. This is not the same Eric that is on my winter island. We are not doing this on my winter account because I hardly have any furniture unlocked there, and that is my own doing. I really should be taking more advantage of the treasure islands that I go to and just grabbing a whole bunch of furniture so I have everything cataloged, but we didn't do that. Instead, we are on my main island because I never showed any Happy Home Paradise stuff from my second island, and we are doing Eric's house because he was on the beach. I think I have his amiibo. I can't remember, but he was on the beach. It was fate. We're doing it. I am thinking that this is like a larger version of what I want his house to be on my winter island when we finally get to the point where we can decorate their houses, because I expanded the size of the house in this video, which unfortunately we cannot do on our home islands. I think that's a huge missed opportunity. I don't understand why we cannot do that when we can do literally basically everything else. Even I think using soundscapes and changing the lighting, but I'm not here to complain today. Although I kind of am. It's been a bad day for me, not to complain. I woke up, I feel like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. You ever have a day where like everything is not going great and you just kind of have to grin and bear it? So I did an Amazon return, which fun story about Amazon returns for me, but we'll get to that in a minute. I did an Amazon return. I got refunded immediately, which is typically what happened. I went to Starbucks. I got an iced matcha because it was like almost 80 degrees today and I wanted an iced matcha. We had like no laundry detergent, so we got laundry detergent, not realizing that we had more in one of the upper cabinets in the laundry room. I am overwhelmed because I am packing for a trip that is upcoming, and it's like a long trip. I'm going up to New England for a long time, and I was doing laundry. So I went in to get my clothes from the dryer, not realizing until I stepped in it with my sock that the laundry detergent that had just been bought was somehow on the floor of the laundry room, cap completely off, and had emptied itself everywhere on the floor. Everything was just like blue. It was so bad. I don't know how this happened. I wasn't the one who put it in there. I just like discovered it, which was really upsetting, but everything is fine now. The only annoying thing was, so you guys know, like, I'm visually impaired. I had my cane in there, like I store it in there. I fold it up and it's like living on the floor in there because that's where like the coats go and stuff. And so it also obviously got very detergent-y from this spill, which I guess means that it's clean now. I did wipe it down very well with Clorox because like I didn't know what to do. I wasn't about to like start using it tomorrow when I go out and run errands and have it be all sticky with laundry soap. So I just took like Clorox wipes, wiped it down. It was also stained blue in some parts, but I think that got it out. I have some like winter boots that were in there still. I didn't put them away and I should have. They have blue on them. They're like a beige, like cream color sort of like winter boot, but they're fine. I think that'll just come out because it's soap. It was just really not great. And then that's when we discovered that we had more laundry detergent in one of the upper cabinets, so there's no need to get more. But back to the whole Amazon returns thing. So I can't remember if I mentioned this in a recent video. I don't think I did, but I did a return recently, like about a month ago-ish from when I'm recording this. It's mid-April. I did a return for a Logitech keyboard. I got one that had linear keys switches and I wanted one that had tactile key switches. I was typing on it for a few days. I realized I didn't like the linear switches, like how they felt, and I wanted to get a tactile one. I wasn't able to directly exchange it for some reason. Like Amazon wouldn't let me just get an exchange, which I guess makes sense because it's usually replaced with the exact item and that's not what I wanted. But I did the return. I usually go to Kohl's to do my returns, and I don't think this is a problem that Kohl's had. I think that I was just incredibly unlucky. So I did my return. It was scanned in. This weirdly was a thing that Amazon had to wait to receive the product back in order to refund me. So I had it sent out, or so I thought. 10 days later, I'm about to go into Kohl's and ask them what happened to my package because it was never scanned after being scanned in at that location. So I'm in the parking lot and I'm looking at my phone because I'm pulling up like the order information. And then I see that it was in fact scanned at a carrier facility in Northern Virginia. I'm in Southern Virginia. 10 days later, it does not take 10 days to get from here to Northern Virginia. I'm pretty sure that what happened was they waited until they they had more items to ship out and put it in like a consolidation box, which is fine. I get that. But then we fast forward to 3 weeks later and I see on my order details page for the return that it says your return is likely lost in transit. Please contact customer service, because it was never scanned after it was scanned in Northern Virginia. It was going to New Jersey for its final destination. So for whatever reason, Amazon makes it really difficult to reach customer service now. Either that or it was user error on my end, but I'm very tech savvy and I know what I'm doing. I didn't want to call them. I wanted to chat with a person. I don't really like doing phone calls if I don't have to, especially with like people that I don't know. I get nervous. So I wanted to do a chat. It kept wanting me to troubleshoot my issue because I think that the system was confused and thought that I hadn't done the return, even though I definitely had, and it had been scanned as going out and then it was scanned again like en route to the place. So I reached out to customer service. Long story short, they did refund me immediately, which was great. I am trying not to use Amazon. I know that we don't like them and I understand that. However, for me as a disabled person, sometimes it's easier to just get stuff online instead of going to a physical store, especially because where I live right now, there's no public transit, so I have to rely on other people to take me. And also, unfortunately, my boyfriend works for Amazon corporate in their IT department, so I feel like it's a little difficult to extract ourselves from that. The whole return thing was so bizarre. Nothing like that has ever happened to me in my entire life. I am convinced that somebody took my package, like when it was en route to New Jersey. Because even now, it's not going to give me any information. I didn't look, but I would assume that it just wouldn't give me any more info because they already refunded me for it and the problem was like fixed. Every other return I've ever done, they've refunded me immediately, even for like more expensive items. The good news is I did get my replacement keyboard. I got it. I really like it. It's great. It's the Logitech G713, I think, the one that is the tactile keys, and it is a 10 keyless, so like there's no number pad. That is what I use on my gaming PC. I was just using the keyboard that came with my PC. It was a Nohi keyboard or something. I liked how the keys felt typing. They were okay. I didn't like that it was a full-sized keyboard because I have no use for a number pad and it takes up too much space on my desk. I might have talked about this in the past. I also wasn't a huge fan of the mouse that came with the PC. I think it was like a similar brand to the keyboard or something, but I have a Logitech mouse in purple. I can't remember which one it is. It's one of like the Lightspeed, LightSync ones, not the Pebble. I do have a Pebble that I use with my iPad sometimes and that I occasionally use with my Mac, although I mainly use the trackpad on my Mac. I don't know why. I guess I've just gotten like so used to it. I don't really use the mouse that much on my iPad. I was going to use it for my gaming PC, but it's a Bluetooth mouse and it doesn't have buttons on the side that you can map stuff to, and I like the two buttons that the Logitech mouse that I have has on the side because I did map those to page up and page down, which are really helpful for when I'm playing The Sims, because as you know, in The Sims 2 and 3 and I think 1 and probably Sims 4 too, although I don't really play that, the page up and page down let you go through the various levels of a building. For me, it's just easier to have the two buttons right there. They're easy to access. I also have the Logitech K380, which I use with my iPad. It's easier to type on a regular keyboard than it is on my iPad. I realized that I barely even talked about this build. I really love how it came out. I think it's very cozy both inside and outside, and I really think that when I am working more on Kringle in terms of like where the villager houses are, I do want to have him live up on a mountain and do like a chairlift sort of thing like I saw on that one Christmas island that we did a dream tour of recently. If you guys haven't seen that video, I'll leave it up in the cards. Please go watch it. It was so cool. But anyway, we are done. As usual, we got 40,000 Poki for our work and she just put it into our account because I have so much Poki in my pockets and I'm not spending it on anything. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any comments, feedback, and suggestions down below and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.